Stepp and Stepp, your premium Texas high school football podcast from your friends at Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. This is a mistake. I can already tell.
It is.
This is the first ever live episode of Stepp and Stepp, and this feels like a choice. This feels like a choice.
Poor choice.
My name's Greg Tepper. I am the Tepp, Greg Tepper.
And I'm the Stepp, Matt Stepp.
Live from the THSCA Coaching School and Convention in San Antonio.
Last day,
best day.
Kind of sad.
Last day, best day.
Okay. All right. Let's make it great.
We are joined by our producer, Vianney Moreno, who will play a significant role in today's proceedings. Hello, Vianney Moreno.
Hey, guys.
She has a camera.
Oh, look at Vianney.
It's me.
And I'm actually glad that her head is blocking the guest spot because we've been hyping a big-name guest to come on Tepp and Stepp.
The biggest of names.
We are pleased to be joined from 247 Sports, national recruiting analyst, and Tepp and Stepp friend of the program.
I would call him superfan.
Superfan, Hudson Standish.
Excited to be on.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
This feels like a culmination of a long road.
Oh yeah, we a long and winding road that we have arrived at here.
I was trying to think. I got into the industry, I believe, 2021. Met both of you at my first event, and it was a tough sell, or at least for me, to be like, "Hey, big fan of your work." No, you don't understand. Big fan of your work. I remember where I was specifically on the road, listening to the first ever edition of Tepp and Stepp.
Wow.
Day one subscriber.
You're day one.
Yep.
He's not some Johnny come lately like you people.
An OG of the game.
Can you imagine? I mean, honestly, the fact that we're giving away this show for free right now, like live, makes me. I mean, I don't know. I want you people to give us your money. That's what we're here for. That's that. We're at coaching school, and
Hudson's
I want to be very clear.
School, by the way.
This is your premium high school football podcast.
Oh, so premium.
And starting like in a couple of weeks, we are going to have class by class previews that will give you the deep inside knowledge and nerd stuff that you've come to expect from us.
Yes, we start to get really nerdy and very soon.
I want to be very clear
warning.
And set the expectation.
Maybe a threat. It might be a threat.
It might be a threat. I want to set the expectation. This is not that.
No.
Okay? If you are here for insights into your favorite team, give us a minute.
Yeah.
Let us cook here a little bit.
Yeah, let us cook. You're not going to get a breakdown on District 14 3A Division 2 today.
I do want to though start in District 10 of 4A Division 1 because suddenly our guest has perked up. He was kind of sleeping there for a minute, but tell us about your Liberty Panthers. You are a former All-State quarterback, All-American quarterback.
A quarterback who led Liberty to glory in College Station.
Glory and renown.
Big win over Brownwood.
Yeah. How are we feeling about our Panthers this year?
I mean, in general, it's always a great thing. You know you were a great high school football player when it's like, the highlight, state 7-on-7. Now, played 4 games, starting quarterback as a sophomore, concussions, derailed the career.
What could have been?
Had to pivot. But as far as this year, I think expectations are low. A certain magazine had him finished, I think, last in the district. And
don't know what you're talking about.
So I think just contending for the playoffs is a win.
Yeah, I think.
What's 2 Lunch think of the season? That's a very inside joke for like 7 people.
Wait. 2 Lunch?
2 Lunch, yeah. We'll talk about that off.
Okay.
Yeah. My old high school friend, 2 Lunch.
Yes, his nickname is 2 Lunch.
That's a great nickname, honestly.
It's such a good one.
It's kind of like because Irvin Chandler was by here, presently at Princeton correct?
Head coach, yeah.
And his nickname, I think very famously, is Cheeseburger.
Yes, Cheeseburger, yes.
And we were with Matt Wilson, our friend from Arlington, and we dapped up Cheeseburger. And Wilson looked at us and he was like, I'm going to be honest, if you guys ever called me Cheeseburger, like, we would have some words. Like, it would be, but if you can embrace it.
Yeah, you embrace it, as we also embrace debate here at
We are embracing debate. We are going to get into it. But before that, I think we have a fun and exciting Tepp and Stepp announcement.
We do.
We are. Starting today, we are sponsored by our friends at Cover Zero.
Cover Zero Analytics.
The presenting sponsor of Tep and Stepp, Cover Zero Analytics. It's honestly hand in glove with what we do. That
Yes.
like, if you want to talk about people who are going to get into the nitty gritty of Texas high school football, our friends at Cover Zero Analytics are that
It's
guy.
nerds hanging out with other nerds.
It is.
It is.
That we mean that in the most loving way.
Our buddy Jacob McNeil and the guys over there do a great job. I've consumed a lot of their product, and you want to talk about some really trends, nitty gritty football stuff, self-scouting, tendencies, all those things that coaches use. I mean, from a coaching standpoint, if you're not using Cover Zero or considering Cover Zero for your program, you're missing out, because it can give you an edge.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I think it gives us a unique perspective into the nuts and bolts of these teams. That we can't watch film on every single team, but we can get some data on those teams and really figure some things out during the season when we're talking about these teams.
So we appreciate our friends at Cover Zero, the presenting sponsor of Tep and Stepp, and more to come. Them. I didn't want to attach them permanently to this particular episode of Tep and Stepp because I don't think it's going to be.
This is probably not their lane.
Now, before we get into the week that was here at coaching school,
Sure.
I want to turn to our friend Hudson Standish,
Yes.
and give you the forum to really get some things off your chest. Don't get some things. We are live. Be very careful here. Can you tell people who you are? We know who you are, but maybe the people don't know who you are.
Yeah, I mean, first off, when it was like, oh, we have a big guest, I was like, great. All these people that are going to be watching this are going to be like, wait, who? National scouting analyst at 24/7 Sports, have been in that role for getting close to 3 years now, kind of time flying. Primarily focus on regions outside of Texas, but being a native Texan, certainly, and just our job as far as covering the entire country and having to stack those guys in order. I mean, Texas is always going to have a large amount of people towards the top. So that is the day job, and it's been really exciting to be here. I mean, I think more than anything, at the first coaching school, it's just exciting, the collaborative spirit of the event. And it's maybe a little too wholesome for this edition of Tep and Stepp, right? But it is a really unique event in the fact that you are getting college coaches truly, and personnel assistants from coast to coast. Talk to somebody from Stanford, talk to somebody from Virginia, right? There are few events on the national high school football adjacent calendar that can bring people from both coasts, in addition to the coaches from the great state of Texas. So getting those guys in an event where they are just freely sharing information and talking about trends for how football is going to evolve, both on the field, schematically, and then off the field with, the giant NIL question. So it's been extremely valuable. Very happy to be here.
And your counterpart within the state of Texas for Texas high school football fans is Gabe Brooks, right?
Yes.
But you and Gabe work very closely together, and I know you guys do a heck of a job, and love to hear your evaluations on players across the state of Texas.
The thing that I think is crazy about Hudson, and I do mean that word, is essentially like these coaches who have come and sat in this chair, they are high school football sickos, but that is also like their job, is to be a high school football sicko. You don't have to do this. This is basically a hobby for you. Is like, actually, like, I'm interested in this 4-star quarterback out of Tennessee, but most importantly, let's talk about Meridian.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think. That's why we
break down Johnson City right now.
Yeah, I think that's why we've become friends with you, is because it's like, oh no, he's a sicko by choice.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first conversation that I ever had with the two of you was kind of hyping up Terry Bussey and Bryson Washington. Stepp was an early adopter.
Me and Hudson, yeah, we were both early adopters of Terry Bussey. And
wow,
there
I
were
was
some
out there on a limb, boys.
Well, at the
This
time,
was like a freshman
Yeah,
season.
he was a freshman.
Oh, okay.
And at the time, some of our counterparts were a little skeptical. We won't put anybody on blast, but some of our counterparts were not as on the train.
Let's call him Mark Broach.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
No, but we were the first, I think, on the plane, that the Terry Bussey jumbo jet. We were among the first too on that plane.
Yeah, I think we were literally co-pilots.
We were pre-boarding. So speaking of that, I ran into a coach from me and Roach ran into a coach from Arizona State, and we talked about another Tepp and Stepp favorite and another Huddy favorite, Jake Fett. So
yes,
Jake Fetty. So because ball knowers know about Jake Fetty,
and we will get into this a little bit later with Hudson Standish. There is I want to be very clear with you. There is nobody who is better at giving nicknames to Texas high school football players than Hudson. I mean that in the most loving way. You are so good at that.
There are some that I'm pretty proud of. Jake Fetty, the El Passer, love that
Just
one.
Incredible.
And Jake Fetty it is a Jake Fetty approved nickname. When I called him the El Passer, he got a big smile. I was like, I like that nickname. That's good.
And I was able to talk to him at the Elite 11 finals. This is after you kind of soft pitched him on the idea, which I appreciated. But
I think interference for you there.
Exactly. And I talked to him about it, and I think he's going to fully embrace it. And
let's go.
What a win for you.
NIL negotiations are ongoing.
It'll be a huge win. He should cash in on the NIL from that. But also, too, if I was Arizona State, you got to put a billboard up in El Paso the second he signs his NIL, because think about the star power of just being a top 100 quarterback in the country, and then having a metro population of over 2 million people who have really not had a star to kind of latch on to since maybe Steven Montez, but that was a slower burn.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, there were a couple like Aaron Jones, like a couple guys like that, but those were now years ago.
Speaking of another great nickname, we're in San Antonio right now.
We are,
and if you remember, now UTSA wide receiver, former North Shore wide receiver David Amador, Touchdown Dave.
Touchdown Dave.
That was a great one too. So I'm still, and I talked to Coach Traylor. They're expecting big things from him. So maybe we'll get the Touchdown Dave train going again.
There's a couple of other. We will get more into that topic a little bit later here on the program. With Hudson Standish, this is your first coaching school.
Yes.
This is VNA's second coaching school. Correct, VNA?
Yes, this is my second one.
This is V's coaching. Did you notice, by the way, I don't know, because we were all hanging out this week, and we're going to talk about that. Did you notice the star power that VNA Moreno has gained over the last year?
Yeah, emerging star. Some are saying the Lamine Yamal of Texas high school football media.
Oh, the what?
That's right.
That's a great thing, VNA.
Yeah, that's a high compliment coming from Hudson Standish.
If you have the kind of parties that he has, then we're really...
We're literally live, dude.
I know. It's just he has crazy parties.
Okay.
He has crazy parties.
Well, VNA does too. But no,
I had to do it.
It does feel like this was the. I'm gonna call it. It's the year of VNA.
It's the year of VNA.
I think we can say it.
Last year was the year of the McHugh. I announced last year was the year of the McHugh. We had Bishop head coach David McHugh, his brother Matt McHugh, now on personnel on SMU, personnel assistant at SMU, and then David's lovely wife Ashley McHugh, who took the Sinton Lady Pirates to the fourth round of the playoffs last year. She is clearly the bell cow of the family.
Obviously, that's fine. So
2025, the year of VNA.
The year of VNA.
Guys, I can't.
Well, I'm just saying, like
late Dallas state semifinal run.
We will get into this, but last night one of us was recognized at the Hispanic Coaches. So
yes, one of us was recognized,
and it wasn't me.
Yes,
and I don't believe it was you.
No, it was not me.
I was not there. So
and you weren't there. It was our producer. Why are you turning red?
No, I'm not. You guys are a lot.
Okay, we are a lot. Okay, so we got here. We have been here a long time.
Yeah, so
we've been talking. If you can hear it in our voice,
yes.
This is like hour 8 of us talking over the last couple of days.
So I arrived from, true story, straight from Las Vegas here.
That's
Friday evening.
That's a real
about 7:30 is when
real dudes rock moment.
Now, VNA and Pickle were the first two that were here because we had a show Saturday morning.
Yes.
At Dick's Sport. Shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods, by the way.
Yes.
We had a show Saturday morning at Dick's Sporting Goods near San Antonio Airport, San Pedro Avenue. So we arrived Friday evening, and I would say we checked into the hotel and got settled in, and then Pickle immediately is like, "Where are we going to eat, Stepp?" And, very Lano of her.
Is that by the way, like that feels like you have taken on this awesome responsibility because you do the same thing. I'm sure when you're like, hey, I'm going to go check out some kid in TIG, can you tell me where to eat?
Yeah, I have taken on the responsibility. It is a burden. It's an honor I don't take lightly, though. Yeah. It is. Well, my first question was, do we have a rental car? Do we have a Uber? So we have a rental. So then I'm like, okay, can we pull the curtain back a little bit?
What else do you think we're doing?
I am not a full-time employee.
I think people know that. Yeah,
so I am not.
When we call you president business, it's because you're not working for us.
So I'm actually not able to drive the rental car for insurance reasons. Mm-hmm. So I asked. I said, "Well, you're driving."
I appreciate the fact that our bosses are sitting right over here, and so you're saying all of the HR approved lines.
Hey, done this a time or two. So I can't drive the rental car. So I said, "Well, you're driving. So do you want to drive? How far do you want to drive, or do you want to stay local?" That's like always the question. Do you want to stay downtown and eat somewhere downtown, which is going to be incredibly mediocre, or do you want to go eat good food?
Hot take.
Outside of downtown. And so Pickle's like, and very Pickle answer, I want to eat good food, and I don't care where we go. So I said, okay. Well, one of my favorite. We went to El Chaparral off 1604 and Redland, I think. El Chaparral, if you want to sponsor. Greg.tepper@DaveCampbells.com.
Yeah, but you're going to box out our friends at Cover Zero. I bet that feels like two different categories.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got the gears turning of how we can get advanced analytics on enchiladas.
Yeah. So we could maybe sponsor like a game draft or something. So we had El Chaparral's Pickle and V&A's first time there. I have been to El Chaparral. Have you been to El Chaparral?
I have not.
It's very good. And V&A, what was your the review of El Chaparral? Did Stepp do a good job picking dinner Friday night?
Oh my God.
V&A approved. I got one of their like classic dishes, and I was like 2 cheese enchiladas with like really, really good, I don't know, like meat sauce or on top of like chile, something like that, and an extra taco.
Which I ate.
A nice, yes.
A bonus taco. I ate the taco.
You stole her taco?
No, she offered. She said, I'm full. I can't eat this.
Not what I'm hearing.
Said I had a couple bites, and I was like, Stepp, and I just gave it to him. So, and then a margarita, and it was very, very good.
Yeah. And the charro beans are really good. Really good charro beans.
Yes.
So charro beans. And the chips and salt. I judge every Mexican restaurant by chips and salsa. If the chips and salsa are good, I know it's going to be good. Chips and salsa were on point, so it was good.
Now, Hudson, are you a San Antonio guy?
Yeah, I love the city of San Antonio. Older sister lives in Helotes, so spent quite a bit of time here. And one of the things about 24/7 Sports is that we're heavily partnered with the Navy All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome. So we have a week in San Antonio, where, especially too with Stepp's role. Stepp has given us recommendations that we've then pawned off onto our national team that comes to San Antonio.
Oh wow!
So
you're a national influencer.
That's what they call me. Yeah.
I mean, international, if we're being honest.
If we're being honest, I'm sure there's some dude from Canada.
Yeah,
well, he is.
Yeah.
You know, actually, you are.
I am, and I brought a guy from my buddy from Canada last year. Went to San Antonio Johnson, San Antonio Madison at Comalander Stadium last year. So yeah, and we ate at Mi Tierra.
You're stepping back. You're the weirdest person with job alive.
New segment, stepping back.
Let's stepping back. Presented by Cover Zero. Look, we're stepping back here.
Have a meme of me hitting a step back jumper.
Yeah. I mean, now the ideas are flowing.
Guys, we're getting into our game here. We're getting into our game. So that was
forecheck is happening.
I arrived late Saturday night or Friday night.
It was late. It was Saturday morning technically when you checked in.
Yeah, when I checked into the hotel. Yes. And then we stayed at the Grand Hyatt, which is very nice.
Lovely hotel. Lovely hotel.
Woke up, did our show at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Great show at Dick's Sporting Goods. Saturday morning we had San Antonio Brennan head coach Stephen Baser, San Antonio Clark head coach Dale Geist, and San Antonio Johnson head coach TP Miller. A lot of folks, especially from Brennan. What a great turnout from Brennan at Dick's Sporting Goods. They were using that 20% off coupon. I used the 20% off coupon.
Yeah, you used it on Big League Chew.
Yeah, I bought a lot of Big League Chew and socks.
And socks.
Yeah, that's what I bought.
Weird. And so then we came here. We set up the booth.
The palatial Dave Campbell's.
What's
your thought on the setup here? Is it bigger than you thought?
Remarkable. Yeah, I mean, it's a legit setup. Haven't been able to watch all of the interviews. Have a little bit that I kind of want to ask y'all about some of the interviews. But, I mean, just the quality of everything has just kind of been, which anytime I've given somebody the pitch on why they should listen to Tepp and Stepp or Texas Football Today, it's because they cover Texas high school football like a legitimate sport.
That was Conrad head coach Josh Ragsdale walking by the way. Hey, Josh.
He's going to do this the whole time, by the way. This is true. Stepping back, presented by Cover Zero. Pickle, when she was setting up the desk, I was like, oh, okay, I'll sit over here. And she's like, no. You have to sit on the edge because otherwise, during the live shows, he's just going to dap up all the coaches who come by.
I mean, Ashley Pickle, forward thinker.
Pickle is a forward thinker.
Yeah, she is. That's like she was thinking to playing chess.
Yeah, 3D chess. She's 2 moves ahead of you already.
But so we set up the booth. We got everything together. That was a bit of a pain in the rear end. I actually went to the pool.
Oh, somebody got to the pool, buddy. Okay.
Had a good time. And then what did we do Saturday night? We went. We had team dinner.
We had team dinner in the hotel. Yep. We had team dinner at the hotel.
Moving on. Although the hotel bar there is kind of the spot.
It's one of the prime spots.
Yeah. It's a centralized location.
So after team dinner,
thank you, VNA.
So after team dinner, I broke away.
Drop it.
I broke away Saturday night after team dinner and had bonus dinner.
That's right, you did.
I had bonus dinner. Me and our college writer Mike Craven stepped away for bonus dinner, and we ate at Don Pedro's on Military, south of downtown, and that was very good.
Yeah,
that was very strong. I had a chili relleno, and it was it was outstanding. Chili relleno, really good chili relleno.
So we kind of finished the night there at the because what happens is that the THSCA has their Hall of Honor banquet. And then it breaks up, and all these coaches wearing suits for some reason come into the bar, and we're all like, "What are you guys?" We're all dressed like slappies, and you got these coaches dressed
basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, you've got a Colleen Chaparral shirt on,
backwards cap on, sandals.
And so we hung out there. I did see, as I was leaving, I did see John King from Longview, and I told him because it is not coaching school until I am called a word I cannot say on this program by John King at Longview.
It's a tradition unlike any.
It is.
The best nickname he ever gave for you though was Catfish.
Why do you call me Catfish?
Because you're a bottom-feeding journalist. It's
sometimes you just get got. Okay.
Sometimes you just take your L.
So then Sunday rolled around. We all went to our little football beds, put on our football pajamas with a trap door in the back.
Oh yeah,
trap door pajamas. And then Sunday rolled around. Now, when did you arrive? Now I know you got family in the area and stuff. When did you roll in?
Basically been going back and forth every day, and I think Sunday around 11 or so.
I think I saw you around noon.
Exactly.
Actually, no, it was like 2:30.
Yeah, it was a little bit later, but mainly on the third level, taking in some press conferences for the college coaches, a little bit of networking, really good time. Let's talk about these press conferences. Any highlights, Hudson? I mean, in general, I think there were a few highlights. One, I definitely do not want to say live on these.
Okay.
But then others, I mean, I thought
Which
Joey...
coach's impression?
I mean, I thought Joey McGuire kind of crushed it, just in the sense of, I think he understands that this upcoming season for him is borderline make or break it. They have one of, if not the most expensive roster in the Big 12, and they are set up to really make a push for the playoff. And they are dominating the headlines outside of just, what's between the lines, because Cody Campbell has emerged as maybe one of the preeminent boosters in the country.
The fact that we know a booster's name.
Exactly. So I thought that his, performance was great. G.J. Kinney always kind of impresses me with what he has to say. I love watching his offense, and I thought that he manages the roster construction extremely well at
that
the G5 level.
G.J. Kinney makes me mad because he's so good at evaluating in personnel, and he's also like just a great looking dude, and so it's not fair. Like he's just like, what are we like? And I'm over here like I got a backwards cap on, I'm a slappy, and G.J. Kinney over here looks like a model and knows ball, and it's just wins a lot of football games. It's not fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you said.
not fair.
I think you are slappy.
Thank you.
That's my big takeaway from what you said.
I think you are what?
A slappy.
A slappy.
There's a shortening of a word we can't say. Yeah, thing. All right, she's writing. She just held up her notebook of all the things she's writing down.
I just love GJ. He doesn't help. He's doing.
And I'm trying to think. I think the only other ones that kind of come to mind are, I thought Rhett Lashley was actually pretty fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, he's just in such a unique position in that he's the only Texas school in his conference. They have their own lane. And I was just going through it as the college coaches. I know this is a high school football podcast, but off the rails. Almost every Power 4 program in Texas really has something to sell. I mean, Texas and Texas A&M's rosters are both loaded. Texas with Arch Manning, A&M. I mean, I think they were third in Bud Elliott's blue chip ratio. Absolutely stacked. The Big 12 schools, Texas Tech, Baylor, TCU, I think all have a legitimate shot to push for AT&T Stadium in the conference championship game. Then you've got Houston, who is the number 2 ranked player in the country, along with a couple of top 247 wideouts that Stepp and I have been fans of for a while, in Paris Melvin and Jaden Warren. And then SMU was just in the ACC title game.
Yeah, they were a play away from
winning it after kind of starting off the game with a nightmare scenario. And then, they go to the playoff, but you get Penn State.
Yeah. In State.
In State College in a game
January.
where it's I think the wind chill was like negative 20.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just think that you have a lot to look forward to if you're really a fan of any Power 4
Speaking of Houston, I met, this is a humble brag, I met Willie Fritz yesterday. Gavin witnessed that. Willie Fritz is a funny guy. Big high school football. We were talking high school football, which that's very much my lane.
Yeah.
So that was fun to talk high school ball with Willie Fritz.
About as accomplished as they get, and just an incredible person.
Apparently, I was not there because I was chained to this desk for a reason we'll talk about in a second. But apparently, because Southland Conference Media Days is also going on here, if you didn't know that, which I think is a super smart idea by the Southland.
Yeah, so smart.
It's like the media's already here. And so, apparently Willie Fritz, who won multiple Southland Conference championships, was just like wandering around up there, and just like nobody was talking to him, and he like went up to like the trophy where his name is on it like multiple times, like, yep, still there.
Just very quietly, just kind of. It's nice, yeah.
Guess I'm still pretty good at this.
But Willie Fritz, he's kind of quiet. If you just saw him walking around, you wouldn't know. And you just like, who's that coach? It's freaking Willie Fritz.
Yeah,
that's someone who's won national titles in almost every division of football that there is.
And he's just like wandering around, like, oh, hey guys, how you doing? So back here at the booth, starting on Sunday, you might have seen we had for the first time live shows.
Thank you to the city of Arlington.
Thank you to our friends at Arlington Sports Commission for making that happen. I'll be honest, because in the past what we've done is we've recorded interviews, and then we've had to go back and edit them and then post them on YouTube.
Well, we started scheduling them last year, which was a little better, but the year before, past years, it was just Matt Stepp grab every single coach you can find.
We did like 60 one year. It was very bad.
Pickle was very mad.
Was very mad. She remains very mad at us to this day.
She has not forgiven us.
However, this year we got internet and we needed to again, stepping back, presented by Cup Hero. We had
Coach
to.
Norton from Jersey Village. Sorry.
I'm just going to keep track.
Jersey Village, Dallas Conrad.
It's 2. But the internet here is pricey. So we needed a sponsor to make it happen. So we appreciate the Arlington Sports Commission making that happen. But then we basically loaded it up, and we're like, all right, let's go put together a list of guests. And
let's go put together a dream team.
And I got to be honest. First of all, we did 26 interviews over the course of Sunday and Monday. Okay,
26
over 6.5 hours of broadcasting. So if our voices are
irresponsible amount of broadcasting.
Correct. All 26 showed up on time.
I think all 26 were early.
Yes.
It was the best. Can I say something really quick?
Go ahead, Vina.
It was the best thing ever to see all of these coaches show up like 15 to 30 minutes early.
Because you were wrangling.
I was wrangling.
Yeah, Vina was the
I was
wrangler.
shaking hands, man.
Shaking hands, kissing babies,
Yes.
snapping necks.
She was, cashing checks and snapping
Yeah.
necks.
I was driving.
I was really worried about that, because especially the college guys, because you know how to. I mean, Joey McGuire. It's hard for Joey McGuire.
Come on the floor.
Kenny Perry had a saying. They told him hands in pockets. They told Joey to put his hands in his pockets and just walk. And you told me that yesterday when we were walking to lunch. You were like, "Don't look at anyone. Look down.
Yes.
Get out of here."
I was very hungry.
So the college guys, really, I was like, they're going to get pulled in a bunch of different directions. 26 for 26. They were all early. I think that, and this is not patting ourselves in the back, I think it's really the legacy that Mr. Campbell started.
Power of the brand, baby.
That brand and those coaches, thank them so much. It's really an honor, and it was really humbling to see. I was very concerned. I can't believe 26 for 26 that's just stupid.
It was awesome.
Highlights from day one: Don Hyde cursing.
Don Hyde cursed twice
on the air.
Which is very on brand.
Very on brand for Don Hyde. He actually, I saw him last night, and he said, "I can't believe I only did it once."
I think you said damn, which
okay.
Borderline.
I've said that on this podcast. That's barely.
He did drop an S-bomb.
Yeah, he did.
About your rankings.
Yeah.
Not giving about your rankings.
Yeah, he said, I don't give one about that. Scotty Walden came over. Let me tell you something about Scotty Walden.
I hate that you didn't get to meet Scotty Walden.
Yeah.
That guy, man.
Brings the juice.
He brings the juice.
From the jump.
Yes.
He barged into our shot in an orange jacket and was giving out hats and polos and
Looking fresh.
just
We had Jeff Traylor come by, the mayor of San Antonio. He was great, per usual. Who else were your day one highlights? I know you.
Larry Hill. Larry
oh my
Hill
gosh.
from Smithson Valley was awesome. Getting to talk to him. His quote about his quarterback from last year, calling him the nicest, most kind assassin that he's
Cade
ever
Spradling.
met. Cade Spradling.
You Cade Spradling pilled, right?
Love Cade Spradling.
Yeah.
We had him in the Navy All-American Bowl playing linebacker, and our national director of scouting, Andrew Ivins, kind of, I think, pulled me and Gabe Brooks to his side one day and was like, "Man, Spradling, that's a baller. Like,
Yes.
where's he going to go?
Yes.
Going to the Air Force Academy." It would not shock me whatsoever if he played, and was a captain like junior and senior seasons.
Yeah.
He was impressive, and I think it's Brad LaPlante there, Montgomery
There's
ISD
three.
AD. And I'm trying to think who do we close? I had the list earlier. Larry Hill was Rick LaFavors from Ridge
Rick
Point.
LaFavors is great.
Breaking news.
Because let me tell you. All right, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's get it.
Let's talk
let's
about
get into it.
Let's talk about Ridge
Yeah.
Point, Hudson.
I mean, I this year I think they're going to be very good. Next year, I think Ridge Point
The
is
2027 kids.
they are going to be loaded. I think they have 2 or 3 2028s. We're putting together our initial rankings for the class of 2028, which is always tough because you only have freshman seasons to go off of in whatever offseason events. Ridge Point is going to be absolutely loaded.
They're-
3 Power 4 offensive linemen right now. They're loaded. They are really, really loaded. And Larry, I mean, we opened the day, I thought Jason Sims from Lubbock, Monterey.
Yeah.
I think I almost made him cry on the air. We were talking about Charlie,
here we go.
Charlie
Oh, no,
Johnston.
no.
But Coach Johnston was
Now
sitting
you
there.
just hold on, everybody. Hey, bye, Brooke.
All right,
Bye,
Brooke.
Brooke. Bye,
Love
Brooke.
you, bro.
Hey,
Bye, Brooke.
it's West Mesquite head coach Steven Jackson.
4. It's 4. It was a loaded slate.
It was a great slate of
And we
interviews.
finished after 3 hours and 15 minutes, and I was tapped out. I was cashed.
Yeah. Tommy Allison from Walnut Grove. The story about Tommy Allison at Walnut Grove, do you know he coached Adrian Peterson in high school? And so his first year as an offensive coordinator was Adrian Peterson's senior year. And he told the story, the first drive of the game, the first season, they hand the ball to Peterson first play. He picks up 25. Second play, he picks up like 30, and they're first and goal at the 8. And he's like, I'm the play caller. I'm going to dial it up, and it's like sack, interception, back to back. And he said his head coach walks over to him and just basically fires him on the spot almost, and just says, "You're going to hand the ball to 28."
Yeah.
He learned very clearly. That was a great story.
Yeah, it was a great time down here. We were Travis Bush from UTRGV came by.
Travis Bush for RGV
They
brought some gear.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Clint Elwood, Corpus Christi Flyers.
5. And so then
Vina got a UTRGV shirt too.
she did.
And pickle.
She's been Vaquero pilled.
Yeah.
So Sunday night, if you didn't know, a lot of the college socials are Sunday night.
Yes.
And somehow we were able to make it to 4 of them.
Yeah.
We started.
So
you guys started at Baylor.
Well, so I started the night. First, I started the night at El Carbone Pollo on Calabria Road and got some grilled chicken, which was that was a pickle recommendation, very good. And then I went to the pre-party for Black Coaches Texas. Coach Jackson invited me, so I had a pre-party at Trist, I think is the name of the bar.
Triest, I think it
Triest, yes, Triest, as a great man once said. Went there first, and then I joined you guys. So we had dueling socials at Casa Rio.
Baylor and Tech were fighting. It was fighting a ground, it was a ground assault.
Fight. Yeah, Baylor was on the first floor.
Dave Aranda was squaring up with Joey. That is not true.
No, not true at all. Yeah. But Baylor and Tech had dueling socials, so we made it. We made both. We had a show face at both. Thank you to both. I think Coach Wetzel from Baylor was the one who invited us, and then I don't know if it was Kenny or Joey.
I'm sure it's Party Boy.
Fitch or it may have been Party Boy. You know, that's what we call Kenny Perry at Texas Tech.
Party Boy.
I did not know.
So you remember Jackass, right?
Yes.
Chris Pontius, Party Boy.
Mm-hmm. Chris Pontius was where he's just wearing the thong.
Yeah. Kenny Perry is Joey Maguire's version of Party Boy. He's the party guy. He sets it all up.
He sets the tone.
And so we got invited
to the tempo.
Texas Tech. They had some good food at both socials. It was nice.
Mm-hmm. Then we made our way over to the UTEP social, which I think is the first time they've done one.
Yeah, so Scotty Walden texted us while we were at the Tech. I didn't know UTEP. I did not know UTEP was having a social.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And I get a text from Scotty Walden. He's like, "Hey, if you're not busy, come by our social at." It was like. I got it on my phone, but it was a little small brewery.
Yeah.
And so
good crowd.
Hey, it's Denton Geyer, head coach Reed Heim.
6.
They're loaded again this year. And so we were like, let's go check it out. So we go by there, and it is a great time. Yeah. A lot of El Paso area coaches were there. Scotty Walden was holding court, and then Scotty Walden.
He's a Joey Maguire starter kit.
He really is. He
it's
really
crazy.
is. We got a picture with Scotty. I think you saw that on Twitter. Me, Tepper, and Scotty Walden.
Yeah, we're cute.
And Scotty and Greg Tepper they had a stepbrothers, or did we just become best friends moment on the air?
On the air, and then we followed it up because he mentioned a love for wrestling.
Scotty Walden, big AEW guy.
Yes. So I mentioned that I went to All In, which I did, and it was great.
And we just Hangman or something.
Hangman Adam Page, he won the title. He beat John Moxley in a Texas death match. Will you pull your head out of your ass?
Sorry.
Sorry. And then after that, we went to the UTSA social.
Yes.
UTSA social at Pinkerton Barbecue.
Pinkerton's Barbecue. That's like a cowbell. And yes, we went to Pinkerton's Barbecue, UTSA social. Had a great time. We had Jeff Traylor hung out and talked to us for a while.
Jeff Traylor was giving us the inside scoop on a lot of current events.
Yeah,
he was hot.
We talked about that off the air.
Yeah,
it was great.
I heard one nickname.
Oh yeah.
He might be coming for your crown.
Yeah, I mean Jeff Traylor stinkied somebody. Yeah, it was great.
He stinkified someone pretty strong.
If you coach in Greater East Texas, you have the gene to riff on.
So
you can. Yeah, you can riff with the best of them.
Yeah, you can. We also ran into several high school coaches there. Most notably, LaPorte head coach Kevin Bernithi, North Crowley head coach Ray Gates, Coppell head coach Antonio Wiley. You got the State of the Cowboys.
I did.
From Coach Wiley. It was great. And then we had a funny interaction with Jeff Traylor about your coworker. One Gabriel D. Brooks from Carthage, Texas.
Yeah, 75633.
We were talking about the Carthage-Gilmer rivalry and all the fun that comes with it, and so we told Jeff Traylor had never heard this story about Gabe's 8th grade basketball draining back-to-back threes against Gilmer in junior high, holstering it, and then staring down the Gilmer cheerleaders.
Now you can't brandish a weapon. So
that's
Gabe
right.
Brooks
Actually,
would have been suspended, I believe.
The jump shot is wet, apparently.
Nice.
And so Jeff Traylor had never heard that, so he tries to FaceTime Gabe twice because he wants to hear the story from Gabe. And, of course, Gabe doesn't answer because Gabe doesn't answer the phone.
And I will say, the Wi-Fi at his house, not up to par. So there is a chance.
And what a shot at Mrs. Brooks, too. It's like,
Sorry, Laura
get your internet up.
Gabe doesn't answer the phone. So now I don't feel so bad that he doesn't answer my calls because he didn't answer Jeff Traylor's call.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we're okay.
Yeah.
And then Jeff Traylor proceeded to call Gabe a name that we can't say.
Yeah, exactly right. That's fine.
All in love.
Let me tell you, though. Like, if you... Jeff Traylor loves UTSA. If you were to make him compare his love for UTSA and his love for Gilmer... I mean, like, I think right now he's like, if I could pick one to win a championship, it's close. Like, it's, you know.
And then we also we shared some Gilmer Media Mafia stories, which is always a good time.
And I will say too, if I had a school with a stadium named after me, I think it would make it extremely tough.
Right. Yeah. It's like you can't be humble when it's like, let's go to the me. You know, the game is at the me tonight.
Yeah.
And then I think we kind of left from there.
We went to the Grand Hyatt and we hung out at the hotel bar.
That's right,
afterwards.
We did. Jenny Netherland was there.
Jenny Netherland, Matt Wilson, Mike Roach.
And by the way,
Colin Kennedy was there. We didn't talk about Colin at all. Colin was, he was
rolling.
He was doing a great job too.
And by the way,
about solar panels. I don't know what's going on with Colin.
And then
that's all I know about
I
Colin.
do have to mention, to bring this back up from a previous coaching school episode of Tep and Stepp. We can say this without a doubt that Jenny Netherland has got that dog.
She's got that dog.
She's got that dog.
She does.
I mean, it's fine.
So.
So then it goes on to Monday. We have another loaded slate. We start things off with Ray Gates.
Yeah, we opened the day. We opened Monday
our
with
opener.
Ray Gates.
Our opener was Ray Gates
with an irresponsible state championship ring.
It is. Have you seen it?
I've seen a photo. It's pretty incredible.
It's got like a thing where you can like pull the
top back.
The top back, and there's like a.
Which, if you win state, I'm all for. Just
are you for if Liberty ever won state when you were there? Would you have had the most obnoxious ring ever?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I would have tried to do something to convert the ring into maybe like a pager or some type of
pager.
It's like there's a cell phone.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
It, and you're just like, hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. No, he had that. Nick Caduti came by. Johnny Hartpart himself.
Yeah, we talked cheesesteaks with Caduti. He's from Philly. So.
Riley Dodge came by.
Yeah, we opened with Ray Gates, Nick Caduti, Riley Dodge.
Jared Feacoch too.
And Jared Feacoch from Cuero.
So we were rolling. And talk with Dodge. I asked him what the question he's most sick of hearing about is, and the answer is throwing up and throwing a touchdown.
I thought it was the bleach.
Oh no, bleach in the hair. That's
he
right.
said he was cool with the throwing a touchdown because he threw a touchdown. He said if he threw a pick, he wouldn't want to talk about it, but since he threw a touchdown pass.
And a lot of times when you are assigning if a certain player has that dog in him, it is more of a subjective feel on watching multiple games. When you vomit and then mid-play throw a touchdown, that is it. Argument over.
That's kind of
and the setting that he did it in as well.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think this is a great segue because it's one of those things. 247. You guys, one of the things you guys are very big on is like track times.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And like if you run a 10-1 in the 100, it's like okay. I don't really care what else you can do. You've got that dog in you. It's like you're certified.
Yes.
Throwing up and throwing a touchdown then I think is
absolutely. I mean, honestly, anytime you see those elements, and it happens more than you think because again, we're monitoring in just one class about 2,500 kids across the country. We're doing 3 cycles at a time, so you have about 7,500 potential people that you could be watching, which is why you really have to consume as much high school football as possible. So you do see these moments where another great one, just blast from the past, Damian Martinez, who started Oregon State and then Miami. Do you remember?
That is a blast.
Louisville's own.
Do you remember during the playoffs, he was playing with a cast that went almost all the way up to his bicep, and he ran for, I think, close to 200 yards and 4 touchdowns against Allen.
Yeah.
Like, put the team on his back and playing with, like, a broken forearm.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
There's
you're exactly...
those moments.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Tepper, but with the track stuff, specifically, I mean, it is all about verifying athleticism. There are a lot of ways to do it, and if you're not going to get these guys in a combine setting, you need to have the multi-sport markers to kind of back it up. On the gatefold cover, Bo Bentley, he was somebody that I was bugging Stepp about a lot during the season.
You were the early adopter of Bo Bentley. Beamer Benzor is the other certified
Bo
nickname
Beamer
for
Benz
Bo.
or
I'm
Bentley.
sorry, what?
Yeah,
Beamer Benz or Bentley. There's a song.
Guys, I told you.
Beamer Benz or Bentley.
Yes.
He's the best at this.
Benzor, yeah.
But I remember one of the things early on with Bo Bentley was, okay, don't have an idea on physically how big he is, but we knew that because of his pretty credentialed soccer and lacrosse backgrounds and his ability as a sophomore to play wide receiver, defensive back, he returned a kickoff against Anna, who won the state title in 4A D1. So you understood what the athlete was before you even went into what the quarterback was. So yeah, I mean, Tepper, that's kind of that's ground zero for what we do, is verifying the athlete first.
And then also, if you have video of them ralphing and then dropping back and just dropping a dime, just a missile into the.
It's like +1.
Yeah, it's like okay, yeah, that's a 3.5 star. So we also had Scott Abel, the new coach at Rice.
Excited to see that off.
Scott Abel,
we talked a lot about
Tepper
that.
had a great find on this. He was an MLB draft pick.
Mm-hmm. He was in like the 37th. He was drafted ahead of Mark Bellhorn. There's an
all-star
poll.
That's Tepper in his bag.
I am in my bag. It was. So I'd never talked with him before. Awesome. Really excited to see what they do.
Great guy.
Followed quickly by Joey McGuire. A bat out of hell, Joey McGuire. Joey was being full Joey. It was a lot going on. There's a police officer standing here.
He's looking for me.
I think he's trying to. He's got a warrant. He's got to say it. You know what I mean? Now I'm nervous. I'm thinking about all the crimes I've committed this weekend.
Yes.
And so then we wrapped up with the State of the Vipers Grass with
Drew Sanders,
who right now might be the president of the THSCA. It's 1019.
We had Kevin Salazar from Goliad, David McHugh from Bishop. Big South Texas to close out the day there. So it was good.
Good time.
Great crowd. I mean, Bishop and Texas Tech. I mean, David McHugh had a big crowd here for his. Maybe he was a little nervous, but we loosened him up a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
We got him going.
It's a good time. And so we wrapped up another 3.5 hours of broadcasting, after which you and I went with our friend Matt Wilson to Paloma Blanca. Which
Tepper made fun of my order.
I did, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So he doesn't eat seafood?
Yes, I do know that.
It's a disgusting trait.
It makes Gabe so mad.
Yeah, I was about to say, and me too, growing up in Southeast Texas.
Yes.
409 zone.
It's I think the only hurdle I've ever had with Matt Stepp.
Yeah.
And when he first tells you, it kind of shocks you. It's like, what? What's up?
Can I tell you another thing he doesn't like? Guacamole. He doesn't like avocados.
That's disrespectful.
Thank you, VNA.
That's
texture.
disrespectful.
Thank you, VNA.
Now,
All right,
Tepper.
Thanks, guys. I'm actually.
What's the meme with that soccer coach pulling the headset off? Tepper enjoyed Paloma Blanca's guacamole because they added a little bit of dash of orange in the guacamole.
I was like, I'd never had that before. It's very fresh. It was great. Paloma Blanca, very good. Came back.
It was better because Matt Wilson bought.
Came back. Got about a 20-minute spacer in the hotel room, and then
about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
about all it was.
And then we had our social there at the Hard Rock Cafe. Let me tell you something though. Like, after doing during that time 7.5 hours of broadcasting over 3 days, I was a little tapped out.
The social battery was low.
Trying to put on a smile. My guys from Gunner were there, so I got to hang out with them. They went to talk a lot of mess to
Gunner's
you.
DC was giving me all kinds of hell.
Giving me a lot of hell.
Giving me the business,
right? They're number one in the state. The three-time defending state champs.
I'm not going to the Gunner Salina game. I was like, well, PNG LaPorte is legitimately a good game. Like, come on, guys. It's not like I'm going to
Salina Gunner's a good game too, though. To be clear,
it is. But it's not like I'm going to, Carrizo Springs and Pearsall or something.
It's also
head coach Grady Rowe.
That's 7. The other thing is that it's very clear that they're just not familiar with your game because Does it make? Let me ask you, because you're a high school football sicko.
Yes.
Certified.
When he sends me his schedule, like he'll send me a first draft of that. Invariably, there will be like 1 or 2 games that I'm like, my guy, you are the only person in America, in the world, who can go to any high school football game in Texas. Period. You have carte blanche. I've never told you don't go to that game, correct?
Never have.
Never have.
You're a good boss.
And yet, this guy is like, actually, I could go to Duncanville DeSoto, or could go to, North Shore's playing South Oak Cliff, or, Katie and Katie Jordan, something like that.
I'm going to Combs Neal Deweyville.
That's a great poll. That's a great poll.
Does that make you mad?
I think I approach it from the sense of when I'm looking at Stepp's schedule, there are certain games where I'm going, I know that's just for the stadium bucket list.
He knows.
I know that there are
a ball knower right there.
I know that there are a few spots per year to where it's like Stepp is going there one time and one time only, just to cross it off.
Or
shout out to DeHanis.
DeHanis. But that was a Saturday play, right?
That was a Saturday night play
on Saturday games.
Yeah.
So, had a good time at the socials. Good time. Good crowd. There at our social. It's time to talk about the main event. Because we all loaded up our Ubers and let's bring in our producer VNA Moreno, because we went to the Hispanic Coaches Association social.
We did.
VNA Moreno had been looking forward to this.
She all year. She was talking about it in March.
Yes, she was talking about it last March, and we arrived. It is at 1902. It's at a legit nightclub. Okay,
2 stories. Yeah,
2 stories.
It used to be Sunset Station, I think.
Yeah,
a train station.
Yeah. And so we go in there, and immediately we're standing in line. Red flag number 1 for me. It's 1 in, 1 out, basically. There,
I went right. I went in. I got there before y'all. And
red flag 2. When they open the door, you can see the club lights going, and I'm like, I am out of my depth here.
I
in the deep water.
I latched on to Marco Regalado, UTRGV coach, former Hispanic Coach Association. So I got right in because I hooked on to somebody real quick.
We finally get in, and they've got a DJ going. There's a dance floor in the middle, and people are going, right? And it's having a good time. About 10 minutes into us being there, the DJ stops, and the guy gets on the microphone and announces it's now time for our band. And a Tejano band gets up there.
Awesome.
Full on Tejano band. Accordion. The dude, I want to be a Tejano band bass player. That just
seems so cool.
Just seems so cool. When I tell you, I have never.
Braunfels Long Creek coach Adam Harvey.
I have never seen VNA Moreno happier. She was in her bag. VNA, do you wish to comment?
I had a freaking blast.
She was rolling.
Screamed. And listen, I'm sorry my voice is gone, but
it was from screaming at the Tejano band last night.
It is because of that, but I couldn't be more happier.
She was. The smile on her face was.
I was LeBron James.
It was the LeBron James "You Are My Sunshine" meme for her.
Look how happy she is in the picture with us.
I did. Yeah, we did get a Tepp. We did get a Tepp and Stepp photo. It's VNA and her mayonnaise.
Golden.
VNA and her mayonnaise boys.
Yeah. My nerds.
We did. We had a good time last night. Stepp rocked the Hawaiian shirt. We did get an appearance by 4-Button Roach.
Comment if you see yourself.
Yeah. 4-Button Roach made an appearance.
Yes.
So the Hispanic coach, prior to you guys getting there, they had a Greedo contest, which the winner of the Greedo contest got a free subscription to Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
I have a question.
Sure.
What?
VNA, can you explain what a Greedo is?
Oh wait, a what?
The Grito call.
Isn't it? Yeah, the call.
Yeah, and, it's kind of.
Oh, grito call.
Yeah, sorry, hello, Miracle Whip here.
More
Yeah.
like a gringo
Grito.
call.
Yeah, I'm going to be a Gringo call.
Got him.
Swish.
Can you explain it, VNA?
Yes, so a grito is basically a yell, like a really, really, like in, have y'all ever seen
Could
the
you
movie,
do one?
The Coco? No, I can't do
You should
it
know their
right.
voice.
Have you in the movie
that
Coco,
attitude.
where like, he's like, hi, whatever, right? That's
You hear it a lot in like mariachi songs and,
Yes.
and Tejano music, things like that. So they had, so they got a coach from each region. So we had like Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, West Texas, East Texas, the Valley, El Paso. They all kind of had a contest to see which coach.
Should have rep it. What?
Which-
Should've
You got it?
repped
Are you good?
El Paso. I should have repped El Paso.
They
should've.
So they had a contest. Each coach, so the winner of the Grito call got a free subscription to Dave Campbell's Texas
That's
Football.
awesome.
And so a coach from Snyder, I put it in the Slack, won the Grito call, and so I got to give him a free subscription to Dave Campbell's Texas Football for
That's
a year.
awesome.
So shout out to the Hispanic Coaches Association for reaching out to us and our, for partnering with him. They were great hosts for us, and it was a great time.
I did at one point, and this is an embarrassing thing I'll admit on live air. I did at one point turn to VNA and I said, "I have a Hellman's question for you," and she was like, "Yes." And she goes, and I said, "What would you call this kind of music?" Because they're like, and she said, "It's Tejano music, you idiot." And it's like, but I also know there's a lot of subgenres, a lot of, and I didn't want to sound like a Miracle Whip boy around here.
They were playing a lot. They were playing like Tejano music. They're playing cumbia.
There was some hip hop,
Yeah,
though,
like
too,
Norteño and stuff like
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah,
I wanted to
Norteño
make sure I wasn't sounding like a complete idiot on this
No, but
show,
it
as I
was
just
very-
like now call my own foul. I'm just like raise my that's me. I'm terrible.
It was good. It was
But VNA had an awesome time. VNA was in her bag
Yes.
last night.
We had a Tep and Step fan.
Yes, Justin is his name.
Coach for WT White
Yes.
in Dallas. And here's the other thing.
That's who got VNA got recognized. She was
Yes.
like, "Oh my gosh, it's VNA Moreno."
So that coach also,
I've been in this role for 15 years.
yeah, and you've never been recognized.
Not once.
His buddy, we have either mutual. His buddy is one of my coworkers at my big boy job.
At President Business Job?
Yes, and so it's such a small world. So, and I showed VNA the picture I took with him 2 years ago at coaching school when he told me that I was friends, that we had mutual friends. So, and now we got two mutual friends because now he's buddies with VNA.
I know. Yes. So shout out to our
People-
loyal listeners coming for that #1 fan crown.
Yeah.
They better be ready for trivia.
Be ready. And so that kind of wrapped it up. I went to bed. I put it.
No, we went to the Grand
Oh,
Hyatt,
at the Grand Hyatt. That's right.
and I had a great burger at the Grand Hyatt hotel bar.
You did. You ordered a burger.
It was a me and Matt Wilson. I saw Matt Wilson order a burger, and I was like, that burger looks freaking good. And I was hungry.
One last thing about the Hispanic Coaches Social. They had like a dance floor, as we mentioned, and at one point there was a Dave Campbell's contingency that made their way out the dance floor. And sometimes, I think you've seen this, the DJ got back going, and you'll have like the circle, and people will go in and dance in the circle. The look in Carter Yates' eyes when that was, I literally grabbed his sleeve. I was like, no. We can't represent the SCO like that, okay? So it was a very, very good time there. And now we're here and we're wrapping up here at coaching school. Okay, a couple more things with Hudson Standish. We tabled this in the pre-show while we were talking. We're talking about mascots.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Talking about mascots. Of course, you're a Liberty Panther. You're an Everman Bulldog. I'm a Coppell Cowboy to Lake Dallas Falcon over there. I want to know, because we were talking about Hutto, speaking of our friend Jenny Netherland. They're opening a new high school.
They are.
And you brought up the point that they need to have, the second high school needs to have a mascot that is also like
Sneaky deadly.
Yes.
Like hippos are, like, if like hippos look cute and you're like, oh, look at them, and like also they will wreck you.
Yeah, truly, if you're looking at the stats,
They're
which
terrible.
I don't know who's like, doing analytics on these.
Cover Zero.
Yeah, honestly, Cover Zero Animal advanced analytics would be incredible.
Let's talk to Jacob about that. Let's get
Yeah,
some
could you
advanced-
do really like a kill rate or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be a maiming rate.
But more people are aware now, but hippos
Yes.
one of the deadliest animals on the continent of Africa, and you kind of wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
So I wanted the second high school that they're opening to kind of have a similar theme. They could, why not go with something that kind of fits the sneaky deadly categorization?
So what would that be? Like, what can an animal that doesn't get the hype?
Yeah, that's slept on.
Yeah.
Ooh, slept on.
A stingray?
What I think stingray is a great one. I think jellyfish is a
Jellyfish.
good one. Also, too, if you just want to think about like the branding and the design that you can do, and nobody has it, which is something that I think all of us always loved about when you're telling somebody from out of state about the Hutto hippos.
Yeah.
They're the only
nobody
ones.
else has it.
Yeah.
So the Hutto Memorial, I don't know the second high school is called Memorial. The jellyfish?
But it's a good guess.
It's a good guess.
Yeah, it's usually a good guess.
It's a good guess. Yeah, the jellyfish.
This is not an uncommon mascot, but I think badgers are sneaky. They are mean animals.
Yeah, badger.
You get the honey badger, obviously, but people know about that.
Yeah,
the honey badger.
that's a meme, and we don't. We're a serious outfit here. We don't not here for fun.
Panda bears. If you get a panda bear riled up, they can do some damage.
Dude, can they really? I actually didn't-
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah.
I thought that they were a little bit goofy.
Yeah,
They
I
are,
would say.
but they look cute and
You know
cuddly.
what?
But when they're cornered, they
a word on panda bears.
Kangaroos
I don't know
are taken,
who.
right?
I don't know who's doing panda bears.
kangaroos.
Propaganda.
PR, but
Yeah,
it's working
great.
because
It's great.
everyone's like, "Oh, panda bears are so cute." It's like, no, I think panda bears are gross.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my hot take.
Because the videos you normally see are them just falling off of things,
Right.
or playing with pumpkins.
Exactly, but I think they have good PR behind them. Like they've got a big machine. Like
Yeah.
don't believe Big Panda.
Yeah,
is what
exactly,
I'm saying.
exactly,
Let's
yeah.
not trust them.
Kangaroos can.
Kangaroos are taken, right?
Yeah, like Killing's the kangaroos,
Weatherford.
Cress is the kangaroos.
Weatherford.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments. A sneaky for the Hutto mascot. We'll pass this along to the higher ups there in
we'll put a
Hutto.
word
We
in.
know a lot of people in Hutto.
Or
actually.
we could just issue a press release that this is
That would
your
be
nickname.
such a power move. Is be like, we are pleased to announce that Hutto Memorial has named themselves the goose, the geese.
Jellyfish.
Geese are mean.
The Canadian goose.
Geese are mean.
Canadian geese are mean. Canadian geese are
Llamas, alpacas.
alpacas.
Do they? Are they harmful?
Spit? I don't know.
They spit, yeah. They spit, yeah.
So, all right. Last thing as we wrap up here at the THSCA Coaches School and Convention, we mentioned earlier that Hudson Standish, our guest here today, is perhaps the best nicknamer and riffer in America. I think he's the number one ranked. You're my 5-star.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean that with as much love as I can possibly
Wow.
muster in my heart.
He riffs
And
with the best
And
of
my
them.
favorite thing that he will do is what we have dubbed stinkifying somebody. And generally, here's a good example. Let's just say that I am a prospect. Greg Tepper is a prospect at Coppell. And let's say I'm a 5-star prospect ranked by some people. And let's say Hudson Standish is less inclined to like me than a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
He is like, you're more down on the prospect Greg Tepper than other people. Hudson wouldn't say, you know what, that Greg Tepper, I'm not a huge fan of his. I think he's a little bit overrated. Instead, he would call me something like,
I'm blanking
Wow.
on Tepper. I was about to say I'm about to go 0 for 5.
Greg
It's
Sleeper?
early.
Okay, you're early.
I mean, it would be like Greg can't Stepper.
see, that's pretty good.
So here's a good example of
It needs to be.
stinkifying.
It needs to be as bad as possible.
Yes.
And this
Yeah,
is
it's an extremely low effort exercise of just whatever. Like if you can get a spoonerism and just switch
Yes.
the first 2 letters of the first and last name, that's easy
the
cash.
funniest.
Like if
ones
there was a
were-
player named Caleb Good, you just call him Caleb Bad.
Yes, exactly.
Somebody stinkified Hudson once and called him. I think it was Pickle may have called you Hudson sit downish instead of Hudson.
Yeah,
Standish.
that's a good one.
then
You got like it's over.
High school days, there was an old Facebook post where somebody said Hudson standoffish, which I was like,
Wow.
oh, that's a great
Dang,
one.
you
Did someone-
real recognize real.
Did you stinkify Pickle's hometown, or was it Nick Harris who stinkified Lano and called Lano Lamo?
I think that's a Nick Harris
See,
special.
excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now,
excellent.
now working
That's
for
an
the
advantage of
Fort Worth
stinkifying.
Star-Telegram.
Now an actual professional.
Yeah, he covers the Dallas Cowboys.
And so
he was at Beckville Timpson stinkifying a town.
And so I'm going to put Hudson Standish on the spot.
This is going to be bad.
Okay.
Hudson Standish on the spot, but it can be a team effort. I'm going to give you some NFL players. I've got last year's 2024 NFL Top 100, and I'm just going to pick some players at random.
Hey, Cy Ranch head coach Will Blaylock.
I like
That's
this.
number 9. Okay.
We got to get double digits before.
We will see if we can stinkify these players.
All right.
The first player, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest one is just Dak Prescott.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sack Prescott?
Yeah, Sack Prescott. I've seen that online quite a bit.
Sack press stink.
Yes.
That's pretty good. Okay, there's one. Okay, next one. Let's go with in NFC East balance. Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you have the initials, it's just easy to replace the A with the L. just L.J. Brown.
L.J. Brown. Okay, pretty good. I'm going to get a little tricky here.
Okay.
Sticking with somebody with the name Brown in his name, Detroit Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, man, that's such a tough one because his dad, John, would absolutely beat me up. I'm like 6'5", but that is a former, I believe, Mr. Universe.
Oh, my God.
So,
Pass.
so I'm
okay.
never.
Tough.
And just one of the wildest interviews that you will ever see because he had an entire method for making his sons NFL players and absolutely crushed on all 3 of them. Equanimous, amazing game.
Yeah. Future Hall of Famer and I believe a Texas high school football product, Philadelphia Eagles offensive tackle Lane Johnson.
Oh, that's easy. Lame Johnson.
Yeah, Lame Johnson is the easiest one.
Yeah.
And then you could do something with the car as far as Lane, but...
Yeah, Lame Johnson.
Let's go.
Groveton, I think, is where he's from.
Groveton, former high school and
quarterback.
Junior college quarterback.
He's a quarterback.
I mean, and that's one, just quickly circling back to the earlier conversation about verifying the athleticism. When you see anybody above 6'4" playing QB at a high level, at any level of football, it's like, okay, this is probably going to translate.
I've got one more, and then I want to get into a Dudes Rock conversation with you as we wrap up here because we're already going too long. Let's go with Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff.
Oh,
Jared Scoff.
yeah, Jared Scoff is great.
Jared Scoff would be good.
I mean,
Let him cook.
exactly. I was about to say, y'all kind of teed me up. Stepp is one of the best, I think.
I've had a couple of good ones. I can't. Off the air, we'll talk about. I know I had one that involved money a few years ago at State 7-on-7 that cracked Hudson. Hudson almost fell out of the golf cart when I did that one at State 7-on-7. So
now, because this brings up my final topic here, which is last year or yesterday or a day in the past, we had new Cywood's head coach Jeremy Hickman on.
Yes.
Now, Jeremy Hickman has a quarterback.
He does.
By the name of
Jeremy Hickman, a guy I would not want to fight.
No, I would not want to fight him. But Jeremy Hickman has a quarterback, the Cywood's quarterback whose name is escaping me.
Darian Rogers.
Darian Rogers. Are you familiar with Darian Rogers?
I don't think
he
I
is
am.
He's the quarterback. He's 5'11", 240.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Thick with 2 C's.
And so we, as a Tep and Step listener, I know that you understand the concept of Dudes Rock.
Of course.
Okay. This guy doesn't have to be a 5-star prospect.
Yes.
In fact, sometimes it's better if you're not.
Yes.
Right? It's just
so
a
much fun to
dude
watch.
who's just, when you watch him, you're like, again, like you know it and you see it, that dude rocks. Do you have players in the state of Texas in 2025 that you want to put on a Dudes Rock watch list for us?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first one is Kayleon Graves from Kilgore. That is an absolute Dudes Rock, just from the sense of, I think if you're going to make this obviously very prestigious list, you have to play at least both sides of the ball or multiple positions. Like, you have to be somebody that your school just has to get you involved in every opportunity, and he's one of those guys. And just the fact that with him, the wide receiver kind of linebacker combo.
Kind of outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
rare.
I think he's playing like an overhang, but projects to more of a second level defender. We just bumped him into our top 247. I know that Wake Forest and Houston were high on him, so he's a little bit under the radar. But I mean, that's one. I think
I have one.
Okay.
West Columbia's Dasi Abdallah.
Yeah.
Dasi Abdallah from West Columbia, recent commit to Houston, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's my dude's rock guy.
Okay.
I think just a really fun player. We have a 3-star on him, but just somebody that I love watching play football. Bryce McCurdy at Waco Robinson.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, that's just somebody that I think the first or second clip on his huddle is rolling left, throwing it 60-plus air yards. And he's a little bit slight of frame, a little bit smaller, but when you have that type of arm talent and you can create outside of the pocket, that's immediate.
He's a baseball guy, too, right?
Yes.
Got a big baseball profile? Yeah, he's...
Also, speaking of that, this is a Georgia one, but just for anybody that watches G5 football, Weston Bryan at Georgia Southern was one of my favorite players across the country last year. 6'4", 240-pound quarterback.
Yes.
That ran 4.6 on the lasers, won the Georgia Heavyweight State Wrestling Championship, and was a credentialed third baseman at the high school level. I believe rushed for close to 40 touchdowns at Georgia's second highest classification. So that's one outside of the state of Texas.
I got another one. He's not the big prospect. Sealy quarterback Kane Killo.
Yeah.
That's one of my dudes rock guys for sure. Kane Killo.
The good thing about this time of year is that these guys are going to reveal themselves to us.
Yes.
There's somebody we haven't heard of that we're going to be like...
That by week 4, it's going to be Tepp and Stepp segment about this player.
The most famous one I think I can remember for Tepper was spring quarterback Bishop Davenport.
He's going to start this upcoming season.
Is he really?
For South Alabama, I believe, which, I mean, the true Texas high school football sickos are going to be watching.
Real ball knowers win there, you know what I mean? Of just like looking and be like, hey, this guy's just really good at football. Like my like you guys were talking about being early on Terry Bussey. I remember, like, for me, my biggest win, quote unquote, was I tried for 2 years to tell everybody that Torian York's actually awesome, and you guys are paying way too much attention to the fact that he's like 5'11" or something like that. It's like, what if we just go and get the guy who's really good at football?
Saw Torian York in a playoff game against Rockwall Heath, and I believe at halftime, I was just kind of loosely charting the game. I remember looking at my notes at halftime and being like, 11 tackles. I don't know if that can't
Certainly
be right.
I'm wrong.
But I mean, just reads the game, and even from when he was a high schooler, read the game at such a high level.
Yeah, and I'm just like, guys, like, we're overthinking this. And A&M was the one who was just like, actually, you're good at football. What if you come and play for us? I think that's it. I got nothing else. VNA, let's find out what VNA Moreno wrote down.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yay.
Oh, really? The segment we do every week? Wow.
Okay, ready? I dapped up a cheeseburger.
I dapped up cheeseburger. That's true.
I dapped up cheeseburger. First adopters of Terry Bussey. I don't know why I wrote that. Mark Broach.
Mark Broach is the alter ego. It's as close as I can get to stinkifying Mike Roach.
And then I agree, you're a Slappy.
Yeah. You are Slappy.
He's a Joey McGuire starter kit.
Yep. Scotty Walden. Yes.
Beamer, Benzer, Bentley.
Very good.
Beamer, Benzer, Bentley. Come on.
Yeah. That's
and
very
then
good.
finally,
Shout
I
out
think
Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks.
Steps. This is the last one. Steps said that Colin talked about solar panels for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Colin Kennedy and solar panels.
I don't know. Anyways, that's it.
Thanks. Okay, that's going to wrap up our time here at the THSCA Coach Cool Convention.
We're going to pack up the booth and make our way back to the Metroplex.
Hudson, tell people how they can give you money.
I don't know if they can give me money, but at 247 Hudson on Twitter, I have always ton of content on 24/7 Sports. Our scouting team really tries as hard as we can to be as transparent as possible, and has a ton of good info if you're looking to, I don't know, the national landscape of who's about to get paid a lot of money at the next level.
Right. So go follow Hudson and read all of his stuff, and I presume that'll just like trickle down to more monies for you.
Tepp and Stepp certified.
Yes, Tepp and Stepp certified.
I apprate you guys having me on. This was a blast.
Thank you for being our special guest here at coaching school.
This was the best thing ever.
That's going to do it for us, Stepp. We did it. I think that's 8.5 hours of broadcasting in the last 4 days.
A lot of broadcasting.
I'm tired.
A lot of yap.
I'm a little over yapped.
We did
that's
it.
Fine.
I redeemed myself.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Thanks for being a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber, or for being a freeloader and not. But you can change that. TexasFootball.com/subscribe. For VNA Moreno and Hudson Standish, Stepp, thanks for your courage.
Thank you.
We will see you down the road.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Preview season soon.